Tejay, first, thanks for coming over here. I know it's raining, it's pretty cold out there. Goodness that it's come over racing today. But 25:01, that is a official record by 46 seconds on that particular course, going all the way back to the Coors Classic days. So first of all, congratulations on that. I know it's one hell of a time trial. You just tell us a little about the effort. Certainly you and Andrew Talansky looked like you almost fell off your bikes when you came across the line. So tell us about that effort, what you were feeling, the altitude, all the above.
Yeah, it was certainly a hard effort. I mean, yeah, I don't even know how to describe it, but yeah, your lungs are searing up there in that thin air, and you're just trying to, you know, you look down at your power and your SRM, and you're doing way less than you know that you normally could do at sea level. So sometimes it's easy to get demoralized, but you have to just remind yourself, like, okay, this is okay. You know, like I think this is okay. I mean, I was actually surprised to hear that I got the stage win when I crossed the line, because I felt pretty bad those last 2 kilometers. I think you could probably see that on TV. But no, I'm definitely thrilled to get the win, and yeah, hopefully we can hold this jersey to Denver.
And your intermediate time was 12:31, which was at that time pretty phenomenal, because I think it was almost 30 seconds faster. You know, as far as pacing and obviously with that climb and knowing the climb from before, how did that play a factor?
Yeah, I was actually trying to be conservative on the way out, but I think I even still got the pacing a bit wrong, because I died a little bit in the last 2K. Luckily, I had enough of a buffer to hold on to the win, but yeah, I mean, it's such a difficult thing to pace when you're at 10,000 feet. You just you don't really know what sort of watts you can produce, and I think I overestimated a little bit, and I paid for it. But you know, what's done is done, and you know, I got the win, and I got to have the jersey, and that's what matters.
Questions for Tejay? Come on up, Tom. Before the Q&A here real quick, we'll introduce Tom Danielson, third on today's stage, and third in GC now, 142 back, 12 seconds behind Matthias Frank. Tom, take us through your effort today. Obviously, Andrew had a great ride as well, so I'm sure the morale on Garmin Sharp, maybe it's not at the apex, but certainly you guys had some good efforts today.
Yeah, I mean, today's course was really challenging from a TT standpoint. Number one, equipment. It's difficult to read. Like 2 years ago, I don't know if you guys remember, we kind of made a road bike, TT bike hybrid. We felt that was a pretty good combination. This year we tried the S5 frame with a TT bike setup, and that seemed good as well. So number one, that was challenging, just to figure out what equipment to use, and then number two, how to 10-4, and then it was difficult to figure out how to pace yourself. You know, I mean, a smaller guy like myself, going out hard at the bottom, I'd probably blow up at the top, and so just try to be smart about that as well. So I just raced pretty evenly the whole thing. You know, it's not a perfect course for me, but it's not a bad one either, and I did the best I could. You know, yesterday was really my card to play. This nice steep climb, but Tejay stayed with me on the climb and then attacked me on the downhill. So that was a really good performance by him. So today I just tried to do the best I could, and then just hope that maybe he'd blow up or something. And he rode really smart this year. So hats off.
And one final comment for the Q&A, just on the paved road. You know, it's repaved about a month ago. Having raced that 2 years ago, the field, you know, did you even notice it?
Yeah, I mean, I noticed that. I rode the Copper Triangle ride 3 weeks ago and saw it there, so I figured it'd be a little bit faster. It's hard to say if it really truly was faster. I mean, the pavement from before was kind of cool because it had all the Le Mans and Hampton and all that written in the road. So that was kind of sad to see all that gone. but it was cool to have smooth pavement and not have to worry about hitting any potholes. So that was nice. But I don't know if it was really faster or not. I mean, it gave you the sensation that maybe it was faster, but the other pavement wasn't necessarily slow either. So I don't know.
John?
Yeah, John Henderson, Denver Post. This is for both of you. TJ, you got a minute and a half lead, 2 stages left. There's only 1 hill basically left. Hypothetically, what could possibly happen if you could lose your yellow jersey? And Tom, you could say what possible scenario could happen if he could get caught?
Sure. I mean, there's a giant list of things that could happen. I mean, I don't want to start, thinking too negatively, but this is bike racing, like there could be a crash, a puncture. I mean, I'm expecting an aggressive race from Garmin going up to Estes Park, and if things get out of hand and Tom slips up the road with 20 guys and my team kind of falls apart, then I can end up in trouble. But I mean, that being said, I have full confidence in my team, and I think that we're strong enough to control anything, and I think we're ready to take this to Denver.
Have you guys seen Breaking Away? If there's a pump on my bike tomorrow, it's okay. Watch out. Yeah, I mean, the possibilities are endless, so anything from poison water bottles to pumps on my bike that I might accidentally put in his front wheel. I'm gonna go down swinging for sure.
TJ, you've worn yellow twice into the time trial here and lost it. Does that give this win today extra special meaning?
It does. I mean, it took me a long time to forget that, or until today to forget that 2011 ride. And last year, I gotta say, it was equally disappointing because it was, it looked like I had a firm grip on the race win, and then I lost it up Flagstaff. Thought I could regain it in the time trial, and then Christian had the ride of his life. So like this race has been a little bit elusive for me, and it's like I've kind of tasted it but haven't quite been able to grab it. And this year, I mean, it's not over till it's over, so I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. But I feel like this year things are finally going right.
This question's for TJ. It's Rebecca from the US Cycling Report. At the end of the stage, there was some confusion on the time. Your finishing time, just for a few minutes. When did you know, or did you know right away that you had won?
They told me straight away that I had won, and then I spoke with Talansky in the podium area, and he said that there was confusion. I never heard that there was confusion. I mean, I would hope that they got the times right, because I'd feel really bad for Talansky if they got the times wrong. But no, as far as I know, it was never in question. When I looked up at the clock when I was coming across the line, it said 25:01.
I saw 27:30. Mariah, should we file a protest? I saw it. You have it on your phone, right? It's not over yet.
TJ here. Okay, TJ, how are you a better rider now, physically and mentally, than you were 2 years ago?
Did you see my ride 2 years ago?
What's changed?
You saw it today, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I mean, I've grown up a lot. I just have a lot more experience, and I have now I have 4 Grand Tours in my legs, and I think I'm a lot smarter. I'm a lot calmer. I can stay more relaxed. I got a full night's sleep last night, whereas in 2011, when I was in the Jersey and I made that stupid balls comment in the media about Levi, I kind of lost a little sleep over that, and I was texting him trying to apologize, saying like, no, I didn't mean it that way, and I never heard back, and I was kind of getting like cold shoulder from him that day, so I think that kind of stressed me out, and I don't know, I just right now I think I can stay a bit more calm, and I'd be confident and know that I can just pull it out when I need to.
TJ, how did your race strategy change from 2011, and what did you learn from this time trial?
Well, I just knew that I had to start out a little bit more conservatively, and I still think I even got it wrong today. I mean, I didn't do it perfect today. If you see that I was 30 seconds up at the intermediate and then only 4 seconds up at the finish, then that means that you could see on TV that, my cadence dropped and I kind of died there in the last 2K. So I was still paying for my effort in the beginning, which I thought was conservative. But, sometimes, like I said earlier, you just don't quite know what you can do at 10,000 feet. I thought I had a good estimate of what numbers and power to shoot for and how to pace it, but I think I got it a little bit off and paid for it with a few seconds, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
TJ, congratulations. It sounded like yesterday after the press conference you were going to go back to the hotel and just focus on the time trial and prepare, I think was what you said. What did you do to prepare, and did any other thoughts aside from preparing from the TT creep into your mind?
My preparation is pretty boring. It's just I sit, relax, and I pretty much do nothing. I stare at a wall. A lot of riders, they kind of go through this big protocol of like, you get massage, you have a good dinner, you chat with the teammates, but some riders, they go through this whole thing, like they do the ice baths, the breathe machine, and they put electrodes on their legs, and sometimes you can just burn so much energy doing all this stuff that's supposedly recovery. Like, I find that what works best for me is to just lay in bed and relax and stare at a wall, and that's the best preparation for me.
Take 2 more questions. Neil?
Thanks. Yeah, this question for Tom. Tom, yesterday you were feeling a bit frustrated to have lost some time on the descent and to have had that happen twice. You look at the time gaps now, and you look at the ride that TJ put in, and maybe what happened yesterday wasn't as significant as what happened today. Is that consolation at all? Can you feel better about yesterday after the ride that TJ put into?
Well, I knew TJ was going to do a great time trial. I mean, this course is really perfect for him. I knew yesterday was my opportunity to drop him. I was hoping that we could make it hard at the bottom of the climb, and then I was hoping that I could drop him on the climb, but I couldn't. And then, so I guess when I got to the top of the climb, I was kind of thinking, all right, well, I'm gonna have to try something in the last 3K, and then he put it to me on the descent. So, yeah, I mean, that's frustrating. And as a racer, and I'm sort of changing mentality in my career. I mean, before maybe I was more interested in finishing on the podium, or at least top 10 result or something. And it's kind of nice now to just want every stage. And so, yeah, I mean, okay, I knew he was going to beat me today, but yesterday, I'm still disappointed. I really wanted to try to do something nice on that stage. So it was frustrating, but that's racing, and I mean, it was exciting, I think, for everyone to watch, so that's good. But Sean, seriously, we need a mountaintop finish, guys. A nasty one.
TJ, at any point in your career, have you ever felt burdened by expectations, either by yourself, your own, or outsiders, and how have you handled expectations through your career?
Yeah, I mean, there's always expectations. I mean, we're paid to do this job, so and if you're the leader of a team, there's certain expectations that go with that. And there's definitely been times when I've put maybe a little bit of unneeded pressure on myself. But I don't know. I think I how I've dealt with that is, you know, you just have to try to put that aside. I mean, and just know what you can do and what you can't do, and be realistic, and focus on yourself rather than other people. Like if I went into the time trial today thinking, oh, I wonder what Tom's doing to prepare. I wonder what Tom's eating for dinner. Then that's
Staring
like,
at a wall with your picture on it.
that doesn't really help.
With a red X.
Like it's like Rocky IV. What was the question again?
How you dealt with your own expectations?
I don't know. It's a difficult question to answer. I definitely, sometimes I've been my own worst enemy in that regard, but I've definitely done a lot to work on myself, and you know, and just trying to stay relaxed. And at the end of the day, like, we have a fun job. Just try to have fun with it. Like we're riding bikes out there. It's not a bad gig.
All right, Tom and TJ will be playing Vegas later on this year. I think. Duo. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time today.
Yeah, when is that, Mount Evans?